Hey guys, John Richardson here with your reality recaps. Excited to bring you Evicted House Guests, Season 3 of Big Brother Canada interviews, all season long. If you have questions for us, we do our show 3 o'clock Eastern every Friday where we recap the entire week, all 3 episodes of Big Brother Canada 3. And we want to hear from you. So tweet us your questions, hashtag it YRRLive. Let us know if you have any questions for the house guests, and they will be featured on our exit interviews. All right, since you're here, subscribe to our channel. Get all of our updates. All right, with that said, check out our interviews. Sindy, how are you?
I am great. Thank you so much for asking. How are you?
I'm great now that I'm talking to you. All right, so got some questions for you from the fans that we've received.
Okay.
The first one is, do you think, like in the beginning, putting an emphasis on how you spell your name put an initial target on your back?
You know what? I think it did, especially when Arissa dropped the bomb saying that we are all nominating someone. I think that's the first in Big Brother history in a sense because, you know, I always introduce myself as Sindy with an S, so that's never going to change. But who would have thought that remembering my name for the first time will actually influence people? But it's also the fact that I was the last group to come in. So not a lot of people had a chance to talk to me. They just remembered my introduction. So they had a choice. They probably picked the prettiest girl in the house, i.e. me, that spells her name with an S. That's me. And I was also wearing a very sparkly dress and heels and looks like a princess, which was me. So, you know, I don't blame them for making that choice because I also did nominate Risha for the same reason, which was she was in the last group and I just didn't talk to her. So
yeah,
I would have done what they would have done if they met me.
Makes total sense. All right, my second question from the fans is when Godfrey and Greg were going after you about breaking the camera, how did you remain so calm? Did you have any idea it was an April Fool's prank?
Definitely didn't think that it was a prank. I genuinely thought that no one could possibly have broken the camera because the night before I personally locked those backyard doors myself. So if anyone were to go in or anything, like we would kind of hear them opening it. So when Greg and Godfrey accused me of that, I expected it from Greg because that's just who he is. I felt him starting the rumor mill early on in the day. Godfrey was very surprised to see him jump in the attack mode that he did. I've dealt with bullies my whole life, so I was for you to give them the satisfaction of seeing a reaction from me. Plus, why do I need to defend myself for something that I didn't do? I think it would look more guilty if I argued back and raised my voice, yelled back at him. And there's a possibility that I might have said some things that I would regret, like he did. So I'm glad that I'm glad that you guys thought I kept my cool. I personally thought I was giving him dagger eyes in a corner there. But, you know, I have to do what I learned in the past years of dealing with bullying is there's no point fighting fire with fire. This is Big Brother, so your way of fighting it is a different sense, which is to put them on the block the next time you're HOH or find a way to get them out.
Great answer.
Thank you.
And you looked very calm. All right, Sindy, my final question, and I think this is probably the most important one. So brace yourself, okay? You seatbelted in?
Yes, I am.
All right. Besides the letter S, what is your favorite letter in the alphabet and why?
That is such a tough question. The letter I, because I like myself a lot. And the word I is me. And, you know, there is, people think there's no I in team, but in the letter A, you can totally see the I there. So there is, and that person is me. And if I go back into the house, hopefully I win. But that's a really good question. Yes, the letter I would be my secondary favorite letter.
Awesome. I am John with no H with your reality recap. Sindy, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, John.